engineer, karate expert, and the only Hispanic to command 3 important missions at NASA. And Molly Tamara, journalist, writer, creator, entrepreneur, and this is Talk on Talk. This Wednesday selection is dedicated to tech and reflecting on Aracely Quispe. With 30 years of experience in space operations at NASA, she served as the Senior Flight System Operations Engineer for the James Webb Space Telescope project of NASA, ESA, and CSA. Her role as lead engineer has been instrumental in the JWST's successful 2021 launch and milestone missions that is essential for deepening our knowledge of the universe. Her career at NASA has included key roles in the tropical rainfall measuring missions, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, and the James Webb Space Telescope (JWST). Her experience spans satellite ground systems, missions planning, regular operations, and early commissions rehearsals, as well as the development and execution of integration and test plans for complex spacecraft ground systems. With extensive experience in launch campaigns and spacecraft operations, she has been recognized for the detail-oriented approach, strong problem-solving skills, and exceptional communications abilities. With advanced degrees in astronautical engineering, systems engineering, and geospatial intelligence, she has conducted research on the delegation of the Peruvian Andes using satellite imagery supported by the National Science Foundation to highlight the impacts of climate change. Her recent dissertation focused on enhancing the security of GPS satellite communication against malicious attacks, underscoring her commitment to space technology and environmental science. As an adjunct professor at Capital Technology University, she leveraged her NASA experience to teach future engineers, covering fundamental physics, advanced engineering, physics, and remote sensing technologies. She is in this work to inspire a passion for exploration and innovation in STEM and aerospace fields among students. With over a decade of commitment and advising STEM programs, empowering women, and fostering personal development through education, she has dedicated 11 years to these crucial causes. As a distinguished speaker, she has delivered keynote addresses at various NASA STEM and USA Department of State events. Her work has garnered several accolades, including recognition from former NASA administration chairs F. Bonder Jr., a USA Senate proclamation in 2019 by Chucker Schumer and Force Peru. She was also honored with a commander rank in Peru's Order of Merit for distinguished service, acknowledging her contributions that enhance Peru's global prestige. Additionally, he has accomplished sportswomen, holding a black belt in karate and proficient in both English and Spanish, with a commitment to personal excellence and cultural diversity. After this small bio and full bio that she wrote, that I found this bio on his platform of LinkedIn, I'm gonna get deep about more personal sides of Aracely and how I think and I perceive her as an example of how to bilingualism and how learn another language, and also the idea and the opportunity to learn another language can help us to think big, to dream big, to have these beautiful and concrete goals, and also how bilingualism is important to learn to heal traumas. So this is a view at Aracely Quispe. Aracely said in an interview that, well, I'm gonna tell the story what I found and how I found Aracely. I found her when this year I was doing my morning routine. In the morning, I was doing the Andrew Huberman mornings routine. That was incredible. And after making my morning routine, I go to the kitchen and prepare something. But after, I was taking a bath and I put a podcast on Apple Podcast, and I found this from the BBVA, and it's an interview in Spanish, and that changed my day and changed my whole week. And her story resonates so much with me, and I feel so connected to her story because she's that kind of people that understand that lucky doesn't exist. I mean, there is a very huge energy in the universe, and also there is a little bit of luck could be, but it's more hard work. It's about hard work and how you are clear with your goals and that you need to work for it. So the idea that she grew in a rural area where don't have electricity, no electrical system, and no drinking water. And she's so proud of that. And she mentioned because it's about bringing a message to children and young. And it's a recall because during her career, apart from being a proactive person, she has always trying for opportunities, and she never stayed in this search. She always was gambling. And this reminded me a lot about this idea of how to really reach our goals. And it's a beautiful lesson that she teach us and that she teach me personal. And this is why I want to share this with you, because for her, even in her poverty space, and she has done drinking water, she don't have electricity. He also tell that her family don't have the money to send her a good school, a good university, but she always was looking for, and she always was gambling. And how that start that is important to remember that was incredible how when we say ourselves that in our language, and talking about this also in our language, is a challenge after another challenge and one challenge after another. I don't know, maybe for learn to speak English is a challenge. Since I started podcast, I found so many people saying me like, "Oh my God, it's in English," and I live in a small city in Colombia, and people is like, "Oh my God, it's in English, and you don't have another material in Spanish." I would like to listen, but oh my God, it's in English, and that also reveals that I'm doing something that is innovating the space of podcast and the space of educational information and content on the internet. And that makes me feel so proud, because not just the podcast, also my company. I found my company last year, and also I'm finished university, and I have different projects that I'm building and creating, and I feel that always a challenge after another challenge after another challenge, but also give me the opportunity to learn about that, and also create that. It's important to talk to the young people, to talk to the people that is around us, and it's also about how we can break that limited beliefs. So in the case of Aracely, he was about 6 years old, and he watched a rebroadcast of Neil Armstrong, the first man to set foot on the moon, walking on the satellite. And she said that he was shocking to see that humans could pass that frontier. Eventually, he knew it was something that interested to her too much, and that she should start by studying something in science. And also, she remembered that her family was used kerosene lamps for illumination or moonlight. He recalls, and she says that they were very nice episodes for her, She remembered them very warmly, and she say now that was fun and was unique also. And how Aracely Quispe is a reflecting mirror on the need of think big, and how we need to start to think big, but in the way that we can stay calm right now, and we can say to ourselves that we don't need to hacks for winning life. We need to count until 10, breathe, make focus to your goal, and walk. Walk slowly, work carefully, with love, with commitment, with intention, with conviction, with love. And this is a phrase that I will gonna tattoo someday. That discipline is self-love. And when we start to learn another language, the frontiers and all the view, it's more deep, and you can see all the opportunities that you have if you can understand another language. And also another key that Aracely teach us is to be ambitious in a real good way, and don't be afraid to say that you are ambitious, and don't be afraid of saying what you really want and your needs, but also walking through life being grateful with that ambition, because it's not a bad word, it's not a bad feeling, it's a necessary for women today create and empowering myself, for me, for my legacy, for my mom and my grandmother, my sisters, and all ladies that are around me. And that way of how I deal with that ambition, with my goals, with the university, with my job, with my projects, with my mental health, with my self-care, with my social environment. And all of this is important at the end of the day, the way of how we deal with our feelings. It's the way we can feel with our traumas. And learning English is like a great opportunity to put the view in a panoramic picture and try to catch opportunities in your file, and catch opportunities and run for it and go for it, but also taking care of you and your beliefs, and that beliefs don't put you in a way that is not for you and is not your moment. So I'm talking to you in a kindly way to express my gratitude with the word and with the idea that I'm putting something that means something for the people and for the people like me. If you are listening to me, you are a person like me. That we want to talk about mental health, that we want to talk about the importance of bilingualism. If you are listening to this at this time of the podcast, is because you can understand. And if you can understand and you are from countries like Colombia, Mexico, Peru in this case, the country where is Aracely, Chile, República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, El Salvador, alguno de esos países, is because you can understand what I'm saying. And you are improving you. And that is such beautiful because we understand that every day we can feel better, be better, do better, and find value information in another language like English, or find value information in this kind of formats like a podcast. And the importance of bilingualism and how we can learn to think big. I don't know, like working at NASA. For that, I bring this example to the table today. And actually today I'm recording from my room again. And I feel good for that, and also I feel good for find this kind of woman like Aracely. And she reminds me that I can do anything I want, but also studying so hard, working hard, and being congruence, having congruence, thoughts, actions, beliefs. And it's always, this episode is gonna be shortly, but it's all about the importance of give your mental health the attention it deserves. And mental health is also being conscious about dreams and have dreams and have goals. If you are a mental health person, not a mental health person, if you have a good mental health, that reflects on you having goals. When people are depressed, actually I'm finished of reading Emotional Intelligence from Daniel Goleman, and I am almost finished. I'm planning to finish the book from Friday 29. And this last chapter says that talk about depression. And one of the insights of a person that have depression, or it's gonna be able to suffer of depression, it's don't have clear goals and don't believe in her abilities that she, her, him, they can do in a better way. And if I make a mistake, I'm gonna learn of my mistake, and the next time I'm gonna improve it. So a sign of good mental health is having dreams. And a sign of a really good mental health is dreaming big and dreaming that you really can do that things that you really want. And also being a person that really wants every day give the best of you. And all this about bilingualism is so important because we can find incredible information about mental health on the internet. We can find I don't begin tired of mention Andrew Huberman, mention a new one, Tim Ferriss, mention Daniel Goleman, mention Emma Chamberlain that has a really good podcast. All these sources that we have about mental health and your personality behavior are on another language. So what can I do? The answer is so simple. Learn. Learn that. But sometimes could be not so simple for some minds. That is the point of mental health and mind state or mindset. So if you have a proactive mindset, you know that you need to improve your English and go better and walk better. So the closing questions for today that give us this panoramic picture, Aracely, is I'm willing to relearn my beliefs because Aracely could believe that she couldn't do it and believe that because she born in a rural and grow up in a rural area, she don't have these tools for being able to work at NASA and being an engineer of aerospatial at NASA, and now she's being a teacher of engineering, and that is unbelievable, and that is so beautiful and so inspirational. So that is the question that Aracely bring to us today, and I'm gonna share with you. I'm willing to relearn my beliefs while learning a new language. That is the question for today. So I hope you enjoy of your life dreaming, but dreaming big, please. And don't be afraid of following your dreams. And that sounds so cursi, but it's the truth. Don't be afraid of following your dreams. Oh, follow your dreams! I thought in that song. a theater to watch my movies. That is a good song for a good artist. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope you feel cozy, warming. You get inspired. I hope you understand the 50% of what I was saying. I really appreciate the people that is listening to me. I'm gonna admit that this is a real innovative idea, this kind of format. But I learned a lesson this week from the creator of NVIDIA chips. If you see the potential of your work, and if you ask yourself if you love what you're doing, it's like if you were making yoga or meditation, but you are doing what you love, what you like, what you are contributing with something to the world, because it's that love, giving and receiving. And it's not just also about this circle of walking and running and you know what I'm saying? It's more about going deep inside of you and heal all of those traumas that are not illness. It's more like an experience, and you can modify that thought. So traumas have solutions, traumas has answers, traumas has advices from incredible people out there and professionals. So I hope you can find a clear message in these words, that this resonate with you at this moment of your life. How is resonating with me today, this lesson? So I'm gonna say thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. I invite you to subscribe on YouTube, put button on the bell, leave a comment about your thoughts, or provide any advice to help us improve. Subscribe. That will greatly encourage me to continue building this project that is not beginning, but it's gonna be messy. And also like messy, like the football player, it's gonna be like kind of messy. And also I invite you to listen us on Spotify. Give us 5 stars to the program if you like it. And remember that we are that Talk on Talk is proudly made in Colombia. And I have a big smile on my face right now. And remember that every action you take can change your life and will help us keep moving forward. Take care of you. Sending you a hug. And have a good week, a good weekend, a good month, a good year. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Loving you. Bye.